So I told my teacher that I was going to kill her in 6th grade because she... All right, so I don't know if you guys have heard recently, but this is kind of like last week. So the NFL just did a vote to whether or not they want to ban the tush push. And they ended up not voting to ban it.
Yeah, explain that to me.
So the tush push is like... It was made really famous by like the Philadelphia Eagles. So basically, Jalen Hurts is their quarterback, and like they have like it's like 4th and 1 or like 4th and 1, and so it's where they like it gets really short, and then they hike the ball to the quarterback, and the people behind him just shove his ass, and then he always like it was like a 95% success rate. They'd always get a first down.
Mm-hmm. You've seen it,
yeah, and you've probably seen it.
I just didn't know that it was called tush push.
That's what it was. Yeah. Or it was in Philadelphia. It was also called like the brotherly shove, and so they voted to ban it. Because like for whatever reason, and then it didn't go through. Not enough people voted to ban it. But what do you think about it? Do you think like they should be able to just ban certain plays because they're too effective, or you just need to get better?
Is that why they want to ban it? Because it was too effective?
It's too effective.
Yeah, they think it's just unfair. Like they're like it's unguardable.
It's like almost impossible to stop.
Yeah,
but like that's part of the game though.
Yeah,
right?
I feel like it is part of the game.
Me personally, you can't just ban some shit like that, bro. That's like. I don't know.
That would be like banning like Kevin Durant, LeBron. You can't go ISO 1-on-1. Like it's you don't get stopped. Like it's like what is that?
It's pointless.
Like it's like so stupid. Because everyone can do that play. Like everyone can learn how to do it. It's just like Jalen Hurts squats 700 pounds. Jason Kelce was like the best center in the NFL at the time. Saquon Barkley is known for like his massive quads. So they just had like a lot of force.
Bro said massive quads.
Well, he had Saquon Barkley. Have you never seen those pictures of him?
No.
When he was he golfs a little bit, and he would like his fucking pants were like super skin tight, but it was like the size of my torso. Like he was, because that like he was filthy when he was young, and he's still really good. Like last year, he just had a crazy season, but like his quads were absolutely massive.
I think the issue with something like that, bro, is if you do ban a play that's like deemed as too successful, then it's like at that point you can ban anything.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like what
like you could ban you could ban slants because they're just
anything.
like
yes. So if you ban that, like what could you not ban at that point though?
Yeah, exactly. Then you're gonna start banning everything.
Everything, which is crazy.
It's like banning a pick and roll.
Yes, bro. That would imagine watching a basketball game with no pick and rolls.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And like a switch onto a big man, like what they were trying to do with who was it last night? It was like Tyrese and they were trying to get the switch on Cat.
Oh yeah, because they were trying to get fouls, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
trying to get fouls. Yeah. You know, get Brunson in the pick and roll every time. Like
yeah,
it's just like that. I feel like the dudes just need to lift more if they don't want that to happen.
No, exactly. Or just find a way to combat it, bro.
Like because for me, like I never even thought like when I heard that they were banning it, I'm like I was like, what? Like this has to be fake.
It was close too.
It was close. It went all the way to an NFL thing, and then like enough people voted to keep it. But I'm like,
no, they were like 2 teams off. They needed 24 and 22 teams of 22 teams voted.
Really? I didn't know. I didn't know it was that close.
They needed
I thought it was
teams.
like because for me it was just wild that they even thought of it.
Bro.
I was like, I would never think to ban a play just because it's effective. Like,
does it work that effectively? I feel like
it's so effective.
It's like sometimes it doesn't. No,
of course sometimes
it's 95% effective. Like 95% of the time they got a first down. Oh, and then other teams started to do it. I can't even remember what other teams did it. Maybe like the Steelers or something. Some other team started to do it, but it's like it was known by the Eagles because they're the ones that started to do it.
Is that different from like the quarterback like jumping over like the line?
That's different.
It's different because like
so how is it different?
Because what happens is the quarterback gets the ball and then people behind him literally put their hands on his ass
and they'll
shove him, and they're like running forward like foot pedaling and pushing it.
That?
Yeah, no, like the running back, the tight end, like for the Eagles, it was Saquon Barkley and Dallas Goedert, which is their tight end running back. And then Hurts just gets the ball, puts his head down and starts churning with his legs to go forward. And then he has the other guys with his hands on his ass going forward, pushing him forward. And then the center's just like making a way for him to move forward.
And because it was only a yard, it's impossible to stop because guys can't get around fast enough before
they can't get around the center fast enough to get there. So what people started trying to do was like jump over the center and grab the quarterback and like pull him backwards. And then what happens is they figured out that that's what he was trying to do. And I don't know if you saw it in the Super Bowl. They got the Chiefs to jump off sides like 4 straight plays.
So he just jumped over the line.
He just jumped over the line 4 straight times when Jalen Hurts would do like a fake spike. Or not fake spike, fake hike.
Yeah.
So he'd draw them off sides. And then, like, but I just think, like, you just need to figure out a way to beat it. Like, it's just, like, the same way, like, it was called, like, the West Coast offense when the San Francisco 49ers were, like, really, really good in the NFL, and this was way before our time. Like, they just figured out how to beat the West Coast offense, and then football got more competitive again. Like, it's just, I feel like it's sports. Like, if there's someone that's better than you, it's not just cool to be like, yeah, no, sorry, you can't be better than me. Like, you got to go. Like, you got to get better.
I mean, that's kind of like them banning the sweep through thing.
Oh, like when you're foul baiting?
Yeah, when you're foul baiting in the NBA.
So it's like if you're guarding me and you have your hand in the cookie jar, kind of, and I like go to do a rip through, but as soon as you swipe down, I like rip up into your arm. They call it a foul. They like tried to get rid of that, or they kind of did, but people still do it.
People still do it, like Renson and Shea, and it's just a part.
They
of
were
the
saying
game
that's
now.
like cheap, which to be honest, it is, but it's like the tush push. Like you can't ban that, bro. That's a part of the game. Like
I think the only way you can ban it is if like it causes injuries.
Yes.
Just like the same way like you get in a shooter's space when you shoot. Like
yeah, like that became a rule right after Zaza. Pachulia did that to Kawhi.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
that was never a thing before.
But if nobody's getting injured from it, then I feel
There's
like
no
you
point.
shouldn't ban
Or like
it.
the one where like you used to do this as a guard too, like where you'll sprint in front of a big, but then you'll slow down when they're on your hip, and then they'll hit you when you fall over. They got rid of it completely. Have you seen that?
That's like, you can't do that anymore.
You can't do that anymore. So like if I get in front of a big or anybody and I have them on my back and I purposely slow down knowing they're on top of me, obviously what's going to happen, my momentum slowing down, they can't slow down, they hit me and I fall over. It's an
not a
offensive
foul.
offensive
foul.
Offensive foul now.
Really?
Because it's foul baiting.
I didn't even know that.
It's foul baiting, yeah. Like Trae Young used to do it a ton. Like he'll just stop on a dime and get
That
hit.
makes sense. I don't see that
Offensive foul now.
That's crazy. Like, I feel like, you just got to get better. Like,
That's part of the game. You get back in front. Like
you get back in front, or like you move out of the way. Like,
and I get it. It's annoying to watch for sure. Like I don't
It's
want to
so,
watch
like-
a guard, but like that's having IQ as a guard though, is like being able to do a thing. Or like as a quarterback, being like, okay, we need 1 yard. Let's go to that play.
yeah.
Like those things you can't just take out of the game because it's like quote unquote unfair or too hard to guard. Like that's no shit. Like
And it's
part
not
of the
like,
game.
it's not like only the Eagles can use it. Like everybody can use it.
Exactly.
You can learn to use it to your advantage.
Yes.
You're just not.
Yes. And like for example with Jalen Brunson, right? It's easier said than done, but like if you watch enough tape on him, you kind of know when he's gonna go to the rip through to kind of get your arm in the cookie jar. Like you got to study those things enough to be like analytically like, yo, when he's driving to his left hand and he gets to the paint off 2 feet, he's probably gonna try to get a foul. Okay, let's play to that and we'll put it in the scouting report.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And
I bet a lot of like players too think about that. Like they're just like, oh yeah, we just have to adapt and shit like that. I feel like it's mostly the viewers like not wanting to watch it.
Yeah.
Is what gets like, because it's all a business at the end of the day.
yes,
Yeah. That's really
You know
what
what I mean?
sports is. It's an entertainment.
Mm-hmm. That's why they
And,
made gambling legal. That's why they
Yeah.
made all this shit legal.
Yeah. Because like you're only gonna get paid if people want to watch you, which like kind of gets into like the WNBA thing where like it's like women are awesome at sports, they want to get paid, but you can't get paid if there's not money there to pay you.
right.
Like if you're not making a revenue, like because you're not being entertaining enough, because you're being compared to the NBA. Like it's just tough because they're being compared to the NBA. WNBA is just not.
Yeah.
I don't even want to say as athletic because they're women and they're athletic in their own way, but they're not just like even with the NBA.
I mean, they're
now,
not dunking.
Yeah, they're not like
They're
they're not
not
dunking. They're not dunking. They're not dunking. Exactly. They're not dunking. And like even with the
They're not
NBA,
flying hard. They're not doing LeBron chase down. You know?
yeah, but like even now too, with
Slapping
like
glass, boy.
like with the NBA dunk contest, like it's gotten to a point where like the dunk contest like is like boring because like
Every
humans
dunk
just
has been
can
done.
physically not do anymore.
Yeah.
Like you've gotten to the max where like unless you like put springs in your calves, like you're not getting high enough to do anything better than what we've seen.
So with NBA viewership being lower, what do you think are some things that could increase viewership again? Like I know one of the things that we've discussed off camera was like adding a one-on-one thing to All-Star game.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think
like
that'd be sick.
I think that would be fire, but I don't think it would ever happen. I think the players like egos would be way too big.
for sure.
Sure.
What do you think? What changes do you think to the game you can make? It doesn't even have to be about basketball because like I think other than like soccer, because that's more of like a worldwide thing. I think
Yeah.
for the most part, a lot of viewership is just down. Maybe not NFL because
The NBA viewership for the playoffs is actually it's the most. It's
playoffs
been
has been
all
good
time.
though. Playoffs has been good.
And I think that's because it's where it matters. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
what matters. And in order to make like the NFL, like you only have a game once a week.
True.
Like
Yeah.
people are putting their importance onto that one game because there's not a big span of game. Like you don't have a lot of games to
Facts.
work with.
Right.
And that's why there's like there's an 82 season game there's 82 games in a season.
Facts.
Yeah.
So it makes them like not care as much. I feel
it's
like.
facts.
Yeah.
So it's not as
And like
competitive.
it's not like a consistent schedule. So it's not like with like you said with the NFL, it's like always on Sunday. So people can, and it's on a day people have off. So you can
True.
sit down and watch TV.
True.
Where like in like NBA games, especially for me, like I was a Durant fan. I'm still a Durant fan. He was playing
Coast
on the
time.
Warriors. He plays on West Coast time. So he's playing at 10 at night. I'm asleep by that time, damn near almost. So I can't even watch the games.
And they'll play like 2 weeknight games too, which is
Yeah.
tough. So it's like.
So
I
then
agree.
it's like I can't even watch the games if I wanted to.
I agree.
So like I would say like making the games earlier in the day would help with viewership definitely.
I think.
Like for the West Coast, because for them that's them playing at like 7. Have them play at like 5:30, because that's still when people will be getting out of work.
It's
But
tough for
like
them to
right
get to
when
it,
they're
though.
getting out of work, you gotta
That's-
think they gotta
that-
travel
yeah.
to this.
Yeah,
stadium
but I'm
and,
saying like it'll give more people will watch
I guess,
than
yeah.
like you
On the
putting
East
it
Coast, yeah.
wickedly, and then people are like, all right, like it's too late for me. I'm going
Yeah.
to bed. Like unless you're living in the West Coast, which I guess is where most of their fans are, which is why they
yeah.
do the way they do.
But you
think
got to
if they
think about
gave-
there's so many teams and so many games that
So
have to
many.
be happening. Like
So
during,
many.
that's why they have it like now there's only like what 4 teams playing or like
Yeah.
18 was it 4 teams playing left or 8 teams?
Right now there's 4. It's the Eastern Conference
Yeah.
Finals.
yeah,
the
yeah,
West
yeah,
Conference
there's 4
Finals.
teams left. So like they put it at 8, which is like a good
Yeah,
time
yeah,
for
yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
It's like 5 on the
Which
West
makes
Coast.
sense, yeah.
Yeah, but like they have to put games at like 6 and then to all the way to 10 o'clock just because there's 30 teams.
Yeah, so many teams have to play.
Yeah, so that's tough. You gotta
Yeah.
lower the amount of teams or lower the amount of games.
Yeah,
You know?
because they've tried to make like people watching the NBA more engaged by doing the NBA tournament. Because I think that's their goal is like trying to get
It is.
viewership up during
Yeah,
the regular
it
season.
was.
That's
It
what
is.
they're trying to do.
I think it's crazy that you get a banner for winning the in-season cup. Like, come on, bro. Give me
They
a
should,
get a
just do,
banner?
they
Bro.
should just do mad money. Like
Bro,
just,
when the Lakers got a fucking in-season tournament cup banner in their arena right now.
That is like a participation award.
I
feel
know.
like.
It's exactly
That's
what it is.
crazy.
It's exactly what
That's
it is.
so like unimportant.
I know. I think another thing to increase viewership is I think if you gave the defense more power. I feel like in today's game, like, you can't hand check. You can't.
Yeah.
There's no contact. I understand the giving the shooter landing space. That makes sense. Obviously, you don't want dudes to sprain their ankles, but like at the same time, like if there's no contact, and the offense always gets the benefit of the doubt, bro. Like you're just gonna see a shit ton of threes, like there is, and you're gonna see the offense getting 20 free throws a game. It's just too much all the time.
Yeah.
Which is why a lot of people don't like watching SGA play because he gets like. I'm not saying that the calls he gets aren't wrong. I guess they are technically fouls, but like he'll shoot like 18 free throws a game. So I can see where fans
like
are
that was like
oh, it's
Harden in
boring
his
to watch.
prime too.
Yeah.
And like even like that's what happens with stars now too. Is like so many stars just draw so many fouls, and it's so like annoying to watch because it slows the game down. Like, and if you're not a fan of that player or whatever, like it's really annoying. Like even with the Chiefs in the NFL, like people get so mad. Like calls go their way or whatever happened with the Patriots. Like I just feel like because we've become so much more knowledgeable about like potential injuries and stuff,
Yeah.
and like things that can happen like with your body and with your brain, like they're being like overproductive now where they're trying to limit the rules so that to make it as safe as possible, because these are people that are putting their lives
sure.
at risk just to entertain us, like given they're being paid very well for this,
For sure.
very well, but at the same time there's still people that need to be able to like live a safe life and not be worrying about like breaking their legs every day at work or whatever.
People have said a theory though of like having more limitations now in terms of injuries towards your body has actually created more injuries. Because like back then you didn't have as many breaks, you were always playing, which obviously could lead to like overwork, but a lot of the times your body was so adjusted to having to that much load all the time that there was less injuries. So I feel like there's no balance to it though, right? Like back then they played too much, so there was injuries, and there was like recovery
now
wasn't
there's,
as
like,
enhanced. Now it's like
Too much.
if you play a back-to-back, most of the time a star player is going to sit.
Yeah.
It's like, your body sometimes needs that just to play back-to-back. You're a little sore, but like then
Yeah,
your
you need to
muscles and your
push through
tendons
it.
and everything, like obviously you got to understand when your body's feeling some type of way, then yeah, sure, you're going to take a break. But like for example, a good example is like Kobe. He just overdid it. He overdid it and he broke down. It is what it is. But then you have a guy like, I don't even know, I can think of somebody on the top of my head. Like a superstar that just doesn't play a ton now, you know?
Joel Embiid.
For example, always injured.
Yep.
Always injured. And I'm not saying it's because he doesn't or doesn't play, but like you have examples like that, you know? So it's almost like we took so much load off the players now that we're actually causing more injuries.
Yeah, because like it's funny that you were talking about that, because when we were talking about earlier, like I feel like with the tush push thing, like when like to get better and to learn how to guard something, you were talking about like with Brunson, you need to figure out like defensively, like you need to watch him to see when he does this, then you like are like, okay, I need to expect this. He's gonna do the arm sweep or whatever to try to draw a foul. Like Kobe and like Tom Brady, two that I know of, are like two of the all-time greats at their sport.
For sure.
But they train, like training for them, they trained watching film just as hard as they trained in the weight room. And I don't know, I can't speak because I don't know, but I feel like a lot of players nowadays like don't watch film as much as they should. And that's why like if you want to get better at guarding the tush push, you want to get better at guarding Jalen Brunson's sweep through or whatever.
Yeah.
You watch film and you learn when they're going to do it. You pick up on the hints and then you start putting it into practice. Or like you said, like Kobe was religious about it. Kobe would always watch film. Where I feel like nowadays they're not watching enough film.
Bro, I saw a clip the other day of Nas Reed talking about like his like or somebody asked him a question about like, you saw that clip?
Bro,
like where he was like,
this is crazy.
They asked him like, oh, what was your like first experiences of like basketball, like when you were growing up, like who did you like try and like formulate your game after? And he's like, not gonna lie, I didn't think basketball was gonna be my sport. I was like better at football. Like
He's like, I didn't watch basketball until college.
Didn't watch basketball until college. Because
Wow.
I knew basketball was like I was good at it, but it was like my side sport, you know. Like I wanted to play football. I was like, what? Like these NBA players don't even want to play basketball.
No, it's crazy.
Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
That's nutty.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Patrick Mahomes is kind of the same way. Like Patrick Mahomes was going to get drafted to the MLB, and then he decided like, you know, I'll try football out. But like he easily could have gone to the MLB, and like he's that guy right now. But goes exactly back to what you and I were talking about earlier before the pod, where like it has become so easy in this world to be successful because you just have to work hard at something. Like so little amount of people do that like to be good at something, all you have to do is be consistent and disciplined. You don't even have to have the talent because people in this generation have become so soft and like
The gap is just widening.
yes,
more, bro.
because like literally what we were talking about was like to be like disciplined and have a work ethic like this is so uncommon that like to be successful, all you have to do is have that work ethic and do it. Like you don't have to be super like tall or anything. Like sports, it's different because it's hard. But like if you have the gift like Nas Reed does, I don't know how tall is he?
6'11".
Okay. Perfect example.
Something like that,
He's 6'11".
Trying
So
to play
he didn't
football.
even yeah. I hope he was playing receiver. But like he's 6'11", naturally gifted, so all he had to do was like just have a little bit of work ethic, and because he was already had like that 6'11"ness in him, he was able to go to the NBA. Mm-hmm. Where like back in the day, like it's tough too because now like NBA stars are like you've talked about more talented than back in the day. It's like I just feel like to get successful at something, you just have to work hard, and it's so much easier than it used to be.
But what do you think about work-life balance?
I think it's tough because I agree that you need to have work-life balance, but I think we've gone so far to the other side now where it's like it's so much about the
Enjoyment.
outside of work than the inside of work. Because like this is like something that I really don't love is like when people just like use mental health as an excuse.
Yeah.
Because obviously I understand mental health is something serious. Like you're going through it not every day is going to be easy. It's going to be hard. You're going to have bad days. But like what I don't like is like I love that it's become more aware of because you want people to get help. You don't want people to just feel like helpless and they lose themselves. Like what happened with Robin Williams. Like he was an amazing person.
Funniest guy
Ever. Loved all of his movies and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And then like he didn't get the help that he needed and his life ended because of it. But then like it's like I talked about like we've gone so far to the other side where now it's like we're babying everybody. Like people are like, "Yep, I need a mental health day off today. I can't
it's like
go
a get out of jail free.
It is.
Yes,
it is.
And like
that's
my
how people
sister
are
does
using
stuff like that, and I hate it. I hate it. And
a
that might
crazy
just be the
call-out.
older brother in me.
It's a crazy call out.
Hey, Cameron's not watching, so she doesn't care. But like,
It's like that with the injury prevention stuff, though. It's like I feel like in a lot of things in today's society, we don't have a balance to. It's like we went from one extreme back then, and then we've shifted all the way to the other end of the spectrum, and we've never found the right balance to a lot of things.
yes.
which I think is like hurting society today.
Yeah.
Back to the film thing, I want to make a comment on that. I think it's harder for players to watch film nowadays because of something we talked about last pod with like screen time and stuff. Our attention spans are just so much shorter than they were before.
Yeah.
Like MJ, bro, and Kobe were probably watching 3 hours of film a day. But bro, you have to take a fucking phone break after a dude's watching 30 minutes of film, I bet, nowadays, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like when I was doing film in college, bro, even myself, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Like there was times where you'd have like a 45-minute film session, 20 minutes in, and I'm like, gang, like,
I need a break.
you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm staring at the screen for 20 minutes. I low-key wanna, I don't know, just walk out, do something else.
Yeah.
So I think it's a lot harder to do the film sessions, even though I agree how important it is to what it was back in the day, you know?
Yeah,
That's you just got to spread it out more.
Yeah.
That's true. But I think people don't. That's tough too. We don't have a lot of young coaches in today's game. It's a lot of old heads who played before and they're still really good coaches, but they don't understand the adjustments that happen in today,
Yeah.
which is tough.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree
Yeah.
because they just don't even know. Like to them, it's just like you're being lazy.
Yeah, which is a valid take,
Yeah.
but times
Because you
have just
kind of are,
changed.
but it's just the way that it's the reality
It's
of
what
it.
it is.
Yeah, my attention span is shot too, bro, for sure. Like,
cooked.
I'll be walking up the stairs in my house and I'll just be like pulling out Instagram reels for no
Yep,
reason.
literally
I don't
any-
even notice. I'm like,
yes.
what the fuck am I doing?
Your
I'm
phone be buzzing without actually with no notifications.
just- Yep.
Yes, I
It's
like
called
randomly.
It's called phantom vibration. That's what it's called.
Yes.
There's a name to it.
Yeah.
That's
I heard about it
crazy.
years ago. I've been getting this shit for years.
But
bro.
like, do you think it's us like just so addicted to our phone that we
Yeah.
feel something, or do you think there's because bro, I'm telling you, bro, there's times where there's actually a buzz and there's nothing on my phone.
Oh
Yes,
yeah, that's
yes.
that happens to me so much now, bro.
But do you think we're just tripping and we're so addicted that we actually think that, or do you think there's legitimately like someone out there buzzing our phone just to make us go on our phone?
I think we're just tripping. I think we're just.
truly think
I
we're
addicted to
agree.
our phones.
I don't.
You
I
think
think
we're
it's-
tripping?
I think
Yeah.
it's we're tripping. I think it's that you want a notification on your phone, so
Okay.
you like make it up in your head that
Exactly.
there's one. So
That's
you're
what I
like,
think, too.
oh my god, did someone reach out to me? Please tell me someone reached out to
Yeah.
me. But no one did. That was like a 4 out of 10. That one sounded like you like cracked open a bottle or something.
Okay. I'll work on it.
Yeah. Come back better next
back
time.
to the drawing,
Yeah,
back to the
yeah,
drawing
yeah.
board.
Yeah.
All right, bet.
Maybe spread both legs next time.
both legs up like this.
Yeah.
Little double leg action.
Yeah.
Little crisscross in the.
Yep. Yeah. You got to put some finesse in it.
Yo, I
God
did not
damn.
know that was coming.
Bro, he does it all the time on the pod.
It's like my
like we
sixth time.
like
Yo,
we
I know this
stopped
guy
six
fucking
times.
farts all the time,
first
but I
the
didn't know
first
it was
time we
coming
put it on
pod.
the pod. Somebody commented
someone
on it
clipped
and
it.
was
Someone
like,
clipped
"Yo,
it.
that's a crazy fart!" Like just in
And,
the
like-
middle of the pod.
Like there was like an hour 6:45.
Yes,
something. It's
like dude, like watch the whole thing. Which shout out to him, whoever he was, and just put the timestamp. And I thought that was hilarious. Then we started doing it more, not because he said it.
Oh, okay.
That one you might want to check.
he said, oh, check downstairs.
That one you might need to go take a break. But like we just started farting on the pod more because the next one, like mine was bad. Like
Yours
it was
bad.
like I vibrated the whole couch.
Your shit's
Like,
aggressive though. You like
Yeah,
force
like
the
I'm
bitches
pushing.
out.
Well, that's what happens when I burp. Like
You're like,
Caroline gets so mad when I burp, bro. Because I'll
Bro, you
burp
push
and
the
like I'm
bitches
like
out.
I like it's like I burp and like normal people's just like mine's like because I'm like pushing all the air out because I want it out. Like I don't want it in there because like.
but that's how you shart your pants though.
Yeah,
Like,
that's-
Well,
that's
I
dead ass how you
don't
shart.
push my farts out like that like crazy.
That's cap. That's cap.
I've only sharted myself once, so I'll tell the story of how I sharted, and it was when I was younger. I think I was in like first grade or something. But so I was at my
First grade.
First grade. It was actually it was last week. So I was like playing hide and go seek at my grandmother's, and it was me and Trevor, and I hid in the back of my mom's like gray Jeep. And so we were hiding there. Trevor was trying to find me, and he hadn't seen me. And then like he was running around, like I could see him running around the car, but he wasn't looking inside the car. So I was staying down, hidden, and I'm like I really need to fart, but I don't want to fart. And then like he somehow hears me, and then
That's,
I
like,
see him
the
run away, and
worst.
I like look up and I go back down. I'm like, I'm all right, I'm good. And then I fart really loud. It's like I'm like really, really loud, really wet sounding because I sharted myself. And so I go and I'm like, that felt different.
that felt different.
That felt different.
That felt
so then I go and I go to like touch my ass and I'm like, that's really wet. So I take a look. It's a giant. It's like
call me leaky. You got
Yes,
leaky over
bro.
here.
It was like it was actually probably like my underwear. There's probably a stain like at least that big of just like wet shit. So then I'm like, fuck? So then I sit there for a little while, and it's a hot
sat and
day,
he just
and
sat
it's the car starts to smell. So I'm like, oh
Still
my
in the
god,
game, playing hide and seek.
I'm in it for the long haul. Like I'm trying to win at all costs. So then I'm
Just
like,
you and him playing.
yeah.
It's just one-on-one hide and seek.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there. This car's steaming, smelling like a hot ass on a midsummer day.
Steamy in there.
And so I'm like, shit. So then I go out, and then I'm like outside. I pull down my pants, and I see how bad it is. So I'm like, fuck. And then I like can see the neighbors outside, and I'm like, my 2-inch peckers just hanging out. Like, so I'm like, shit. Like I can't change my underwear. So I go inside into the bathroom, and I take off my underwear. Those shits legit might have weighed 5 pounds.
Oh my
Like it was like dangling, and I had to throw them away.
Bro, you're just marinating in your shit in the back hood.
Yeah, no, I had to wipe my ass good, like with some water, get some wet wipes, go wipe my ass, or else I was gonna be walking around. Those pants were gonna be stained pretty bad.
Yeah.
And that's the only time I've ever sharded.
You threw him out?
I threw out the underwear.
Okay, good.
You kept the pants or shorts?
I mean, I might have thrown them out after the fact. I kept them on for the day.
That's crazy too.
I kept because I was at my grandmother's. I didn't have my own clothes. So then I might have thrown them out after the fact.
That's an
but
insane
says you're the one telling me you got some high school underwear with skid marks left in it in your fucking drawers. Toss them bitches away.
Yeah, 2 of them came from you.
Your underwear has skid marks from me.
Yes, the 2 that I borrowed like from sleepovers like when we were younger. Yes, and I still have them to this day, the American Eagle ones.
So you saw that I had underwear with skid marks?
No. I
still wore them.
Still wore
No. I borrowed them from you, put them on, used them, and then when I went to go take them off, I noticed that you had skid marks on them.
Tell me how that sounds. So he borrows my underwear, puts them on, notices the skid marks, and says they're my skid marks. Whose skid marks?
They're shared.
They're yours. They're
shared.
Yeah. There's a little bit of our
this
DNA.
one's mine. This one's
That swipe's yours. My asshole's a little higher than yours. Yours is a little lower.
The crack is a little lower.
A little higher.
Bro. What? No, those are yours. Like if you're gonna borrow someone's underwear, which you should not do, that's gross. And you got to take a look first. You can't just take it.
Fucking inspect them.
Yeah.
Like it,
Inspector Gadget.
I mean, shit. I wouldn't want to fucking put on a pair of underwear if I saw there was a skid mark on. I'd rather go commando for the day.
I mean, I
would too.
You just
like what? Like that's
it.
disgusting.
You'd rather raw dog it?
I'd rather raw dog it. I've done that.
Just have your shit dangle.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I did
nice.
that at work the other day because
Oh, that's crazy.
the
So you're serving dudes with
No, not serving. I was at the PT center. I was just behind the desk, so I was just chilling there sitting. So I was good.
Damn, just walking around and then you see a girl at work and you can't hide it.
I can't.
You get a little blood flow. You ain't hiding shit.
Hey, bro, nobody was there. It was a Friday. It was a late Friday. Only old people go there. Older people go there. So
And they
were
ain't
just-
getting
they were
you
just at home,
no blood
like-
flow for you.
no blood flow.
No blood flow.
That's crazy though. Like, cause like my dad will he'll I don't like that he does this, but like you've seen my laundry room. It's really bad. He doesn't do the laundry. He'll go into my bedroom when I'm home. Like this is why I have to hide my clothes now. Like he'll go into my
clothes?
tough. Yeah, he'll go into my drawer, see that I have a pair of underwear because he'll just need a pair for the day, wear them and never return them.
That's that father-son duo. Come on, fam.
No.
Yes.
Because then what happened one time is Caroline was pissed about this. He had she got me a Lulu shirt that was it was on clearance or whatever, but it was the thought that counts. Like she got me a really nice shirt. And then I come home and then she's like, where's that Lulu shirt? And I'm like, oh yeah, it's right here. And I look in the drawer it is and it's not there and it's nowhere to be found. So he lost a shirt that Caroline got me and she holds a grudge against him for it.
Tough.
She's like, he owes me a Lulu shirt.
Tough. That is tough.
Does your dad ever borrow any of your clothes?
No, I take all his clothes.
So you steal his underwear.
Not his underwear. I've never taken my.
He be wearing Ray's
All right, so
underwear.
what clothes do you take from your dad?
Just it was mostly like older jeans or polos too. Nice
Okay, so
ass
you were trying to look
polos.
fresh.
I was trying to look fresh.
Okay.
He was fresh. Back
Like,
in
what's
the day.
off limits for you to take from your dad?
Nothing.
Well, I'm not
Nothing.
taking his underwear.
I was gonna say nothing for you is crazy.
No, I'm saying for him. I'm seeing for him, nothing's off
So you're
limits.
saying Ryland's a dirty ass motherfucker?
Yes, exactly.
I mean, I do have a story about me being leaky. There's a reason.
Leaky?
There's a reason why they call me leaky. I don't know what I was doing. I was a badass kid, so I was sneaking around a little bit.
Badass is you were cool badass, or you were a troublemaker?
I was just not a troublemaker, but I would just lie to my parents a bunch about where I was going, and
Okay.
so
Shout out to Ryland's parents if you're watching.
They know. They caught me a couple times, but I think I was going back from my ex's place from like to the Y because they were gonna pick me up there, or my sister was actually. I was lying to her too. But
damn,
I was going from my ex's place all the way to the YMCA, and that's like a fucking 20-minute walk. And like I had to shit really bad, and like there was no like it was like late at night. Like there was no place for me to go like into like there was no close place for me to go to like to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
So I like picked like the corner of like there was like a little secluded section, just like this area, like right near it was like somebody's apartment, like right above me are like steps to like the inside of the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, this is like a good spot for me.
This is it.
This is it right here. So I like put my backpack down, and I just like fucking this wet shits, bro. I had to go. At least
really
you
let
bad.
it out, not in your pants like Andrew.
Yeah, it was.
Well, I didn't know.
I pulled out my pants. I sat in the corner, and oh man, I had to use like my extra shirts to wipe it.
Extra shirts is nuts.
Oh no, those things are you trashed them.
I threw them in
No,
the
you kept
bushes.
them.
No, I threw them in the bushes.
She actually wore it last week's pod.
Yeah. Yeah, that shirt.
That was a Shat shirt.
Yeah, that was a Shat
That's
shirt.
crazy. I thought there was a little stain on there.
Oh shit! I thought nobody noticed. But like I actually threw it in the woods, in the bushes, right next to the police department. Like you know. Like,
Oh,
Damn, so you left your evidence for
I
littering.
left my evidence. Yeah.
That's crazy work.
Yeah. Oh, well, I was like 16.
You didn't give a fuck.
I didn't give a fuck. Yeah.
That's true. And you never got caught for it.
I never got caught. But there was low key some stains on the shorts when I got home. So it was.
Oh yeah, because you didn't wipe your ass. So
I didn't wipe, I did wipe my ass, but I didn't get everything.
Was this a summer too?
This was the
Oh
summer.
yeah, so you had
oh my
major.
god!
swamp ass.
Imagine that person walking out of their front door.
Yeah.
They're like, "Whoa!"
It did rain the next day.
Oh,
Though,
that's
so
fine.
All right.
It washed
away
that
a little
sweat.
bit.
But I was
Washed
just
away a
thinking
little
about it. I was like, but like I don't know, like because you can't drain it. It was just
Yeah.
I feel like it just sat there, it was marinating overnight, like
Fertilize the grass.
fertilize
Fertilize the
You know,
grass.
Maybe I helped it. Maybe I helped
maybe you helped grow
You did some
flower.
good. You did some
Maybe I
positive.
did
You did
some
some
good,
good. You
yeah.
did some good.
But yeah, that was bad. I couldn't hold my shits when I was in high school. It was bad.
Did you ever like? I haven't done this, but I've heard of people that like talk about like how they've shit themselves like in class, or like people would not like, because like you remember in high school where like teachers would be like, you don't ask, like you don't, like when teachers would be like, I'm trying to remember how they phrase it, like you'd be like, can I go to the bathroom? And they're like, I don't know, can you?
Yeah.
Like they were just
Yeah.
really
Say
annoying
mate.
with the bathroom. And then like with me, like I drink a lot of water, so like I'd have to go to the bathroom a lot, and they would just be like they'd be sussed out. They'd be like, what are you going to the bathroom so much for? And I'm just going to pee. But like there's other kids that are, you know, going to hit their Juul or their vape or whatever. Did you ever like what about you? I feel like you've shit yourself in class.
Never.
Really?
I would admit that too. No, I never have. I'll rip
Really?
ass though, heavy in class, because I don't give a fuck.
Really?
Yes, I don't care.
Like,
in
loud
high
as
school,
shit?
you did.
I'm being so serious. Ask Rhodes, bro. We were in civics together. I would rip ass in civics.
Would you just accept it
And
that
we
it
had,
was you?
And we had Abby Rochette in civics.
Like she was near you, and you would do that, and you were just like, whatever. Or would you be like, yo, Rhodes?
No, that was that. I didn't up my game to that until college.
Okay.
So,
So you were just like,
I didn't have
fuck
that in my
it.
bag. I didn't have that in my bag.
You're just like, fuck it.
Bro, do you not remember who I was in high school? I did not give a single
In
fuck,
high
bro.
school, you weren't as bad though. Middle school was really bad.
The middle school was the worst for sure.
Middle school, you fucking stapled the teacher.
Yeah,
Like,
that was crazy.
What?
That was crazy.
You don't know about this?
Yeah,
didn't
you.
go to
You didn't go to Runlet.
Yeah, you wouldn't know her. She was an art teacher, but
Yeah.
basically she like stole his phone, and he was like, "Give me my phone back," and stapled her.
I stapled it, bro.
Oh
I had
my
like
God.
I had in school suspension for like 5 days. Yeah.
That's
But
lit.
what made me more mad about it is because like that night I was going to a Heat game with Mikey. We were in like sixth grade.
Oh, okay.
And so I was on my phone. I was completely in the wrong the whole time. So she wasn't doing anything wrong, but she took my phone away and I was pissed. But I was trying to, because it was my last period of the day. So I was trying to text Mikey like, yo, meet me after school at the bus like this time so we can hit my house and then we'll head to the game. We'll head to Boston for the game. And so she took my phone until the end of class so I couldn't text Mikey. And so I took the stapler and I threatened her and I was like, I'm gonna hit you with the staple. And she's like, well, I'm not giving your phone back. And so I fucking stapled her.
And what was your reaction?
She started screaming. It was in her leg. Like it was crazy. Like looking back on that situation, like that's fucking
She
ludicrous.
could have pressed charges against your ass.
Easily, bro.
I mean,
Easily.
you were in middle school,
Easily.
so like,
But that's stapling a teacher.
That's assault.
That's nuts.
Like you're a kid,
assault.
so you wouldn't like go to prison, but like that's crazy. Like putting a staple into a teacher is crazy.
It's crazy.
It's hilarious.
That's like
It's crazy.
that's crazier than telling a teacher you're gonna kill her.
No, that's worse. You're threatening her life.
No.
You're threatening her life over a B+. You said
Yeah. So basically, what happened is like, it was like I was like, this was
this is a famous story, bro.
This is famous.
This is like an OG story, bro.
So
Over
like
a B+, guy.
yeah. So
I think I've heard
basically,
this
I
before,
was
too.
so I told my teacher that I was gonna kill her in 6th grade because she gave me a B+. And what happened was there was a substitute teacher one day, and she like gave us an assignment or whatever. I turned it in and they lost my assignment. So in my mind, that was the reason why I got a B+. And in my mind at that time, I was so obsessed with getting into Dartmouth, even though this was just middle school grades. So they don't even look at this shit.
Yeah.
But I was like, I need to get an A in every class. And I had gotten an A in every class except that one, and it was a B+. So I was like, you just cooked my chances of going to Dartmouth, you bitch. Like, I can't get into Dartmouth now. So I literally, word for word, I said I was going to kill her. And then I said, I'm going to shoot you and throw you in a river.
Straight to the teacher, bro. Straight to the teacher, bro.
Straight. And then what happened is she was like, she factored it out, and it ended up not being like I would have gotten a B+ even if I had turned the assignment in. But I got my instant karma because that night I was wrestling, and I wrestled a kid from Timberlane. I put him in a headlock. He put me in a headlock. We fell. I dislocated my elbow. So I got my karma for saying what I said.
That's hilarious, dude.
Yeah. And then I got in-school suspension, and the worst part was I had work to do, and I couldn't even do it because my arm was like this. It was dislocated. So I had to like write with my left hand. So I looked damn near like I was in the special classes, like with my work. It was bad.
You guys are badass kids.
Well, you went to a Christian school, so like
So
that
no-
shit's like St. John's?
They were well, yeah, it is, but like they were badass kids. I was a goody two shoes, man. I was scared of my parents. They were
Yeah.
just mad
I feel like that's
why I was
very
lying all
common.
the time.
Yeah.
why I was
That's
lying.
common of people like of foreign descent though. Like that's how my roommates are. Like they're super like I was scared of my dad, but like less my mom.
So when you guys go to have kids, what type of parenting style would you have? Like more something like
Honest.
yours where you're like really strict, like can't do this and this. So you would, because obviously I feel like at least the more strict you are as a parent, the more the chances of your kid lying are going to be higher probably, just because you can't do much. But then if you're too lenient, your kids are just going to be a badass kids and do whatever the fuck they want, you know?
Yeah.
So I guess the easy
Yeah.
answer is to be in the middle. But
Well,
like,
there's like
what do you think is the best way to like?
You just gotta
Think
have
about that shit.
you have to build a trust. I feel like you have to be honest with your kids and like tell them why they can't do something. Tell them why you should be doing like I don't know, just like I don't know.
So from your guys' experience, I guess I should say, what are some things that you feel like? Because for example, right, you could be like, hey, don't smoke weed because it's bad, whatever, right? I feel like we all learned through experience whether it was good or bad by doing it. So like say this, obviously I don't think you guys want your kids to smoke weed, for example, right?
yeah.
But if your kid comes back and like, hey, I tried it, is that going to be like a consequence for them, or is that like, hey, you learned your lesson? Like how do you deal with that situation?
Well, if he comes home and he says he tried it, I'm gonna be happy right there
Because he
because
just
he was
told you.
honest.
Because
he was honest with
Okay,
me.
that's good.
But I don't know how I would handle it. I guess I gotta be in the moment, but that's I don't know. How would you guys handle it? I don't know.
Cause like for me, what worked for me is I was very different. Like you remember me in high school, I didn't do shit. Like I hit a vape pen once, and I was like, "This is
vape
stupid." But like I never smoked any. Like I didn't do anything in high school. Like I was super like disciplined with like I don't do anything like that.
Yeah.
Like and I never did. And then now like once I got into college, I did a little bit, like nothing crazy. But like what really worked, that just shook the couch. So what worked?
Rocks rolling down a hill.
It's just rolling down.
What worked for me was my dad just being honest with me and being like, these people that you would get the weed from or whatever, drug dealers, these are like the least trustworthy people on the planet. And you're putting your life in their hands because you don't know what, like you've seen it. Like this shit could be laced with stuff and you wouldn't know. And you're trusting these people to like give you something that you're going to put into your body that could kill you. You don't know. Like they don't give a fuck. They get your money and that's all they care about. They don't care about who you are. They just care about making the money. You're a means to an end. That's what worked for me. What I think doesn't work is when like parents try to relate too much to their kid, where they tell them about the times where they did stuff that was crazy, and then they're like,
Fair.
"Oh, well, fuck you!" Like you're being so hypocritical. So they're like, "You can't like if I do that, you can't get mad at me because you did it 1st You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
So like you need to be honest and like a friend with your kid, but to an extent.
I agree.
But I agree with what you said. Like you want them to be honest with you,
For sure.
Because the last thing you want is them trying to hide everything, because that's when really big problems can happen, especially with like sexual stuff.
Yeah, you get an STD or you get a kid.
Yeah.
And that's where shit.
That's where shit goes bad real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what about you?
I think honesty is huge, bro. If my kid comes back and he's telling the truth right away, I'm not saying like I'd be okay with it, because personally, like I've smoked a few times, obviously, done it plenty of times in my life. I don't think it's like the worst thing ever, but I also don't want my kid to be like a piehead necessarily either. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like if he was at least honest with me, I'd be like, yeah, like let's try and like. Honestly, if my kid was smoking here and there, I honestly wouldn't even like. I wouldn't really care. But if it was like an everyday thing and it was like a part of their life, to
Part
me
of their
personally and my
personality.
beliefs, that's like okay, like let's chill a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think it wouldn't get to that point if we had a good relationship. Like, yo, you're telling me when you do it, as long as you're in a safe place when you're doing it, and it's not like all the time. Like, go do you, bro. Like, you're a kid, you know?
All right, ready?
Obviously, if the kid's like fucking 12 and he's like, yo, I'm
Yeah.
smoking with my friends, like, all right, bro, let's chill. But if
Yeah.
dude's like 17, 18 and in college and stuff, he wants to smoke a few times, like, especially with now, it's going to be legal in probably every state
Almost
by the time.
every state, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah.
I think it's just different.
Okay, so I feel like weed's the easy one. What if you get into something that's like more exotic?
That's OD. That's OD.
So how are you going to react to it? Like, do you want them to be honest with you? And if they're honest with
Well,
you,
I
how are
want
you
them
going to
be
react
honest
to
with
it?
me, but like they're not doing that shit again. Like
Yes.
they're doing coke. Like
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
Like that's not gonna happen.
No.
Not in my house.
No, I agree. Obviously, I don't think that it should be done. But like, what happens if they come to you and they tell you, like, are you going to have the same reaction where like you were honest with me, so I appreciate it?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna say that, but like, there's a line. Like, I understand weed. Like, weed is stronger nowadays, definitely. But like, I've seen people function off weed like fine, and like, but like people go off the deep end with shit like that, like
Yeah.
coke and like even alcohol a little bit. You got to learn how to control that. I guess weed
Alcohol
too,
is like something that's really dangerous. It's just so like modernized and accepted. But like, alcohol is really dangerous. Like, that's
It
the
is.
only thing that like you can like die from withdrawals. Like, that's the only thing you can die from. Like, meth and all that shit, it's really bad. But like, alcohol withdrawals can actually kill you.
I don't know.
But like, so what are you gonna say then? You're gonna be like, okay, thank you for being honest.
But like,
Now I'm gonna kick the shit out of you.
yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Or are you just gonna be like, you can't go back and see those friends?
Yeah, it's probably like I would want him to think about his future and like what
Yes.
road is this what road is this leading you down? Like, do
Yeah.
you think this is the best for your future? If you think you want to go show me like successful people that do coke, like, I mean, there is probably successful.
There is
people that do
there
coke,
is
but,
Jordan
like,
Belfort.
yeah, and like shit like that. But like, I don't know. Is this what you want out of your life?
Is that the
this-
kind of life
this
you
the
wanna live?
reputation you want to have? Like, you want people. Would you be okay with people knowing that you did this? And like,
Yeah.
if you are, then I don't know. I can't control every decision
For
that
sure.
you make in
Yeah.
your life.
For sure.
But like, you gotta like guide them. You know, it's more of a guidance rather than making the decision for them.
If you found out your kid was doing coke and he was honest with you, and then it kept happening, would you still allow him to live in your household? Like, say
Yeah.
kept happening.
say the kid's
I
like,
feel like that's
say the kid's
where-
like 17, he came to you clean the first time. He's like, hey dad, like, you know, I tried coke, you handle it, whatever, and then he does it like 2, 3, 4 more times.
I mean, I feel like the worst thing you can do is kick them out of the house, because then they're gonna be more likely to do more. Like, they're gonna be more like, they're gonna get like depressed or whatever. They're gonna go live with the people that are probably the ones supplying them with that shit.
There's two sides to everything though. That could also wake him up and be like, oh shit, like I can't be doing this. If you keep him in your house, it also could resonate with them like, oh, I can continue doing this and get away with it perfectly fine because I know my dad's gonna be fine with me. I'm not saying that's
No,
right or
I
wrong,
agree, I
but there's two
agree.
sides to every story, right?
It's
Like,
really tough.
it's tough. It's tough.
'Cause, like-
send them to the Philippines. Probably
Send them where like you literally are broke as fuck. Like, you're
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
go
Too.
figure shit out.
yeah,
Go to Dagestan,
you go
maybe,
survive
for a
there
little
for a week.
You say you're broke as fuck. Go to the Philippines.
Go to the Philippines, go to Dagestan, start wrestling over there. Like, go figure something. There's something else. bro.
That
You
is-
Ship his ass over, buy him a plane ticket, call it a day.
Yeah, that would be hilarious. But yeah, no, that's tough. Because, like, I don't think I would kick my kid out. But, like, what I would more do is be like, all right, like, we just need to talk about this. Like, are you really even happy doing this? Like, why are you doing this?
There's probably a reason why.
There's a reason why. And then, like, I try to help them out and be like, all right, here's the deal. Like, I want to support you as much as I can. But it's on you. Like, you got yourself addicted to this. Like, regardless of what happened to you, you allowed yourself to try it, knowing the risk of becoming addicted. Because that's why you keep doing it. You don't just do it just because you're like, oh yeah, I'm just doing it. Mm-hmm. You do it because you want to do it. So, like, I'd tell them,
or
like,
they're running away from something.
Yeah.
You know, and like then that's where you have to have that conversation. You want to talk about whatever the root of the problem is. Usually, that's what it is most of the time with addiction. There's a whole different thing going on, like, that they're not talking about, and they're masking it with coke, alcohol.
It's like the drug is filling a void that they can't.
Filling a void.
Yeah,
exactly what it is. That happens a lot.
It does happen a lot.
But yeah, that's what you got to get to the root of the problem.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to say. Is you just talk to them and try to help them, because, like, if you just hang them out to dry, it'll only exacerbate the problem, make it even worse.
That's true.
What are your thoughts on emotions? It's a very broad question.
Emotions.
So, like, what are your thoughts on emotions? Like, just a very generalistic question.
So,
like, if someone were just asking the question, where does your mind go?
So when you just asked me that question, I'll tell you where my mind went.
Go?
So my mind goes to, like, happiness and sadness.
Okay.
And so it goes to, like, where everyone wants to be happy. And so, like, it's become so modernized on social media where, like, you just show happiness. And then on social media, all you see is happiness. And you just see people being happy all the time. And then you don't feel happy. And you feel like there's something wrong with you because all you see is the happiness on social media. When people are only posting what's happy for them on social media, not the rest of their life, where the majority, like, me and you were just talking about this, where, like, I wouldn't say the majority of the days I'm unhappy, but there's a lot of days where I'm not happy, but you just keep going. And then it wakes you up to the things that you should be happy for and, like, the things you should appreciate. And, like, people keep this idea of, like, happiness is what they want to chase. And Matthew McConaughey actually talks about this, which I've heard him talk about, is, like, he doesn't go after happiness, he goes after joy. Because happiness is an emotional response to, like, you become happy because this happens. Like, us. Like, I'll be happy if we hit 500 subscribers, which, if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button.
Look at the plug-in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, shit. We're clipping that.
That's clip.
We're clipping that.
Ryland just smacked his head.
Fuck.
But
it's writing it down.
yeah, I have to. I don't want to. But yeah, like, happiness becomes, like, I'm not happy unless I get this result. I'm not happy unless I get this result. And then it becomes so result reliant. And then every time you attain it, you raise the bar for what it is, so it's not sustainable. Because every time you attain it, you need now I need more to get it. It's like a drug where you take so much at one time, then that becomes enough where, like, it doesn't do anything for you, so you have to take more. Mm-hmm. So, like, that's kind of where I go, is, like, people need to be okay with being sad. Now, if it's a prolonged period of sadness, that's where you really need to get it checked out. But, like, just having a day where you're sad is okay. And I guess now, listening to this, I need to hear this more, because I really, like, I have a problem when I feel sad and, like, I feel like I'm, like, there's something wrong. But it's not, there's nothing wrong with you if you feel sad. Like, that's just the way that you feel. Like, because if you were happy all the time, you'd never be happy, because it's not possible to be happy all the time, because for the good you need the bad.
Why do you say you have a problem with it?
Because I just realized, like, when I'm saying this now, but Caroline actually talks to me about it all the time. Like, she has days where she doesn't feel great, and I try to make her feel good. I'm like, no, today's such a beautiful day. And then I realized that, like, I tell myself that every day, like, this is such a great day. Like, and if I feel sad, I don't, like, I try to, like, get rid of the sadness by just, like, feeling gratitude, which is a good thing. But, like, then I feel like what happens is, like, I, like, mask it with fake happiness to, like, trying to feel happy, and then, like, it ends up becoming a bigger problem.
Because you're suppressing it and it's festering inside of you.
Yeah. Which I guess I wasn't even thinking about, because, like, hearing me say this, it's so, like, not what I do,
what you preach,
what I do. Like I'm not acting the way that I preach. Like
Yeah.
I'm so like I want to feel happy, or I want to feel joy every day, because joy is like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's different than happiness.
That makes sense. Makes sense.
So I guess for me, yeah, I got to start taking my own advice, and you know, you're not going to feel good every day. Life's not easy. It's never going to be easy.
Yeah.
You just take the good with the bad. And
Yeah.
like, have you ever seen that? It's like a little African American. I don't know if he's American, but it's an African kid. And it's like that song that's like, Lord, thank you for sunshine.
Yes.
Thank you for rain. I sing that. I listen to that song all the
That's
time.
actually fucking hilarious. Him listening to that.
I listen to it all the
It's a little
time, bro,
African
because
kid.
it's so real. Like, it's
Yeah.
so real. Like,
Yeah.
to have the good stuff, you have to deal with the bad.
Mm-hmm.
And like,
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to feel that high if you've never been that low.
Yes.
That's the thing. So you got to be grateful for both of them.
exactly,
that's what it
because
is.
they're both, because like this kind of gets even deeper with like, with our parents passing away. Like, when you like, and I don't know, have you had anyone in your life pass away, like a grandparent or anything?
My grandmother passed away recently. Like, it was like.
Oh,
a
I'm
year
sorry to
ago.
hear that.
No, that's all right.
Sorry, you there, bro?
But like, you were sad when it happened, but then like, I don't know about you, but something that really helped me get through it, and I've also talked to you about it, is like, you feel sad, but you should feel happy that you're sad, because you feel sad because you had something that was worth being sad about.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Like, some people don't have that.
Mm-hmm.
And so like, you lost someone that's really important to you, but at least you got to have that person that was important to you.
Mm.
And that, like, for me, just kind of relates to what we were just talking about, where like, you just got to realize that like, you're going to feel sad, but you feel sad only because you were happy.
What are your opinion on emotions?
I'm the same way as Andrew. I suppress them all the time, and I'm trying to be better about it, like expressing them, but like I just don't like, cause it's just ingrained in my head that I like look at it as like weakness if I'm like crying, cause I was a crybaby growing up, and like people would like make fun of me for it.
Yep.
And shit
Like
that.
your dad and shit. Like
Yeah.
he'd see you crying and be like, suck it
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
Exactly.
shit
Same
like
with me.
that. Like, I mean, he had good intent behind it. Like he wanted me to be strong, you know.
Yeah.
What I mean? But
Wanted
like,
you to be tough.
but like, so I look at it now as something that's like shouldn't be happening to me. Like I was just thinking about this on the car ride here. Like I just like, if I'm sad, I suppress it. I don't want people to see, like, and it makes me dishonest with my words, and like it just makes me like, you know, like, and I try to be like, something I value a lot is honesty, and like you can't be honest if you're not feeling like the emotions that you feel like with genuine, like if you don't approach it genuinely.
Like,
So
you
it's
can't
just-
be honest with others if you're not honest with yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you're sad and somebody asks you, how you doing, like, and you say good, or like I'm fine, like it's just like my values are disaligning right there, and it like just makes me feel bad. So I'm trying not to suppress it as much as I do, because I feel like it's a problem.
Yeah.
Like, it's just
Because like,
not
if
fully
you,
expressing myself.
because if you ask someone, like, you're talking to someone you like, that you care about, like, you don't want them to just do what you just said.
Yeah,
like, you don't want
exactly.
them to be like, oh, I'm fine.
Yeah.
You're like, no, I actually want to hear what's going on. Like, I want to help you.
Yeah, exactly.
But then you're not allowing yourself to do it back
I
in
know.
return. Like, you're not like,
'Cause I think I can handle everything.
Yep.
yes,
That's my problem.
because you want to help everyone,
Yeah.
but you like almost in a sense feel like you're not worth helping because you're so good at helping others. Like, kind of like you help so
Exactly.
many other people, but you don't help yourself.
Yeah, yeah. And I feel like I can just get past it. Like it's something like, I do try and help myself, but like I feel like you always need a support system. Like you can't
Yeah.
do it on your own.
Yeah.
And like that's my thing. Like I like sometimes honestly I fail to recognize that I do have like people around me that care, and like I just like I kind of like what I was like doing earlier, bro. Like I was isolating myself like from like both of you guys, and honestly when I had that conversation with you guys, it was like so hard for me. Like I was overthinking everything. I was literally sweating on FaceTime, bro, when I was talking about it, because it was hard for me. Like I don't like talking about shit like that, like vulnerability.
For
Yeah.
sure.
And it's hard, and like, but I had to with you guys, like, you know.
I think it's
Yeah.
just a masculine thing for dudes not
Yeah.
to want to be vulnerable, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason why I brought up this question originally is because I've been going to therapy. And
Shout out to therapy.
So I've had a really bad problem with that too. Like I'm suppressing all my emotions. Like I'm good. Like, cause we talked about it a little bit earlier before you got here. It's like, I know I'm the only person that I can 100% trust. Right.
Exactly.
So I know, like, I can rely on you, I think, and I think I can rely on you. Right. But realistically, it's not a 100% chance. Right.
Mhm.
I myself is the only person I know I can 100% get through everything, love, care for, whatever it is, right? And so one of the first things she asked me, she's like, do you see emotions as like positive and negative, like good or bad, right? So like you think of happy and joy as good, you think of sad, anxious, depressed as bad, right? Would you guys say for the most part it's like that?
That's how I think about it.
As a generic thing, right?
Yeah.
Here's a perspective that literally changed everything for me. She goes, why is happy, joyful good, and sad and anxious and all this bad, when in reality it's all valid? Like your body doesn't tell a lie to you, right? So if I feel anxious, if I feel depressed, if I feel sad, if I feel happy, if I feel joy, it's triggered by something.
There's a reason why.
I don't just no human just wakes up and like, oh, I'm sad today. It's something that happened yesterday. It's something that's currently happening. I don't wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm just happy today. Maybe sometimes you feel gratitude in the morning, but you don't just feel it you just feel it. There's always an emotion triggering, or there's always something triggering that emotion. So it completely flipped my perspective to like, no, it's not good or bad. It's valid. And then once you pinpoint what emotion's being triggered by what situation you're in, it literally dissolves everything, bro. And it was the craziest shit I've ever heard, because I've never looked at emotions like that. I've looked at it exactly like you guys do. Happy's good, sad's bad. When in reality, it's all not good or bad. It's all relative. It's all valid. There's a reason behind all of it. And I think a lot of people think of it just like we do. It's just a very black and white thing. It's like good, bad, positive, negative.
Yeah.
When in reality, it's not like that at all. Our bodies are fucking robots, bro. Like smart ass robots. Like everything that happens in our body is for a reason. You feel sore the next day, it's because it's something you did before. You wake up and your ankle hurts, because something you did before. You wake up and whatever it is, like your body is like a fucking machine. Like
it tells you when something's wrong.
It's telling you the answers all the time. It's just we fail to actually see the answers.
Yeah.
All the time.
We're not listening.
All the time, bro.
Yeah.
And when she told me that, it was the craziest shit I've ever heard, because one, it was crazy. It took me a long time to even go to therapy.
Yep.
Like that was huge for me.
I still resist
Gang.
it so much, bro.
I'm telling you right now.
It is unbelievably refreshing.
It was
unbelievably.
Because he was the same way. I was telling him to go to therapy
Yes.
for a long time, because I did it after my mom passed away, like a year or so after, because I was hating life. It was the single greatest thing besides finding God that I did for myself ever in my life. Like it just like forget like I'm tough or whatever. Like it's not about toughness. It's literally just like it allows you to just get what's on your chest out. That's all it is. So you're not holding it inside and carrying it with you all day, every day. Like for me, it was the greatest thing I ever did for myself.
I feel like the toughness and the masculinity of us not wanting to share emotions is like putting a Band-Aid on something, whereas realistically you need to rip the Band-Aid off and let the air dry up your wound and let it scab over and then let it fully heal. And I don't think you can do that without having a third party being able to listen to what you're talking about.
Or let the third party come in and give you ways to like help you heal.
I'm telling you, bro, if you're ever struggling with something, we all are. You might not be struggling with something right now, but maybe you have something in your past that you haven't healed from. Yeah. Therapy is like, bro, I highly recommend it to anyone who's still watching to this point, bro. It's like this. I agree with you, bro. Single-handedly changes everything.
Yeah. Like
once you realize an emotion is completely valid, it's not black and white, good or bad, negative or positive, bro, it changes everything. Because now 100%. I look at situations so different. So like, if me and Sierra are arguing and I get really irritated, I'm like, okay, well, why? There's always the why factor. I never thought about the why of any emotion I've ever felt. So it's like, well, if I figure out the why, we can talk about it and communicate it, just as an example, and then we can solve it. Okay, I'm feeling sad right now, but why am I feeling sad? Is it because work is overwhelming? Is it because I didn't play well in my men's league game last night? Is it because I didn't get a workout in this morning? It helps you find you almost want to minimize the things that trigger those quote unquote bad emotions, and then once you're not in those situations as much, bro, your life is just better.
Yeah,
that's facts. Damn.
Which is crazy. Like I never until she mentioned that, I was like, wow, like I've really never like thought of that. Like, you know what I mean? But it's so simple. It's so simple. It's literally what your body's telling you, bro.
And if you think about it, like we were just talking about, how easy is it for you to like hear someone talking about it and pinpoint what's going wrong? Like help them be like, this is what's going wrong.
Yeah.
But it's when you're reflecting on it yourself, you can't see it.
Yes.
Yeah. That's facts. I try to do it myself too. I literally told you guys earlier. Like I was like, I would literally like have like video diaries of me just talking to myself and like trying to explain my thoughts, but it's definitely way different if I'm talking to an actual human being like about it.
Right.
I'm trying to do shit all on my own, bro. Like,
Yeah.
And it's from a third party that you don't know, so the bias is nowhere there. Like when you talk
And-
to your sister or someone you're close with, it's like, yeah, they can help you, but it's like they know you.
They're a little biased, but this is and they're professional. Like they're trained in this. Like they have seen like I'm not going to say they've seen worse you, they've seen better than you, but they've seen like what we are talking about and going through is not uncommon. It's very common, and they've seen it and they've learned how to manage it. Yeah. And it's just really helpful. Like I will say, like, therapy, super awesome. Greatest thing I ever did for myself. Besides, I want to stress this, is like finding God and whatever you want to call God, like whether you want to be Christian, Muslim, whatever you want to do. Like, I just feel like that is the greatest thing, and they like go hand in hand because it's about loving God, and God becomes like self-love, and self-love is doing therapy even when you're doing okay. Because I still like I'm in dental school right now, so I'm a bit stressed, so sometimes I get really off, but then there's times where I'm doing really good and I still go because you don't want to like wait until you're not doing okay. You want to manage it before it gets there.
It gets too brutal.
But yeah, if you're listening, and for you, like, I highly recommend, like, I don't know where you stand with your faith or with therapy. You said you haven't gone, but those I think are the two greatest things you can do to help yourself.
I'm gonna have to try it, I guess. It's just hard, bro. Like
I get it. I
feel it, like, bro. Like, you guys are saying this, you guys are convincing me, but there's always something in my like,
for sure
chest about it, you know.
You just gotta. It's really up to you. Like, this is exactly what you and I were talking about earlier. You can tell people what they want to hear, like what you've learned and what you want to hear. Like as a parent, we were talking about. You can tell them to not do drugs. You can tell them to do whatever. You can like tell your friends, yo, like you should cherish our time together or whatever. They're not gonna do it until it happens for them. Like they're not going to realize it until something happens. Like there's sometimes where you can pick up something from somebody because you heard it from them and you like can apply that to your life. But a lot of the times it doesn't matter what happens. Somebody can tell you a lesson that you've learned in your life or what they've learned in their life to you, and it won't stick for you until it happens to you. And then it sticks. So like for you, it's really, it doesn't affect anybody but you. And I know you really care about yourself and you want to take care of yourself. So the sooner you get out of your own way and allow yourself to go to therapy to help yourself is the more love you can give to yourself.
It's pricey too, though, right?
Well, me and him, I don't know about you. I go to my school because I'm still in school.
Oh, really?
And that's when I started in college. So it was free.
Wow.
And then I go to school and it's free. So I don't know how much it is. I know outside of school it's pricey.
Offers it? That's sick.
Yeah.
You could get it. You could have got it at Plim if you wanted to.
Definitely could have got it at Plim, like while you were there.
Oh, shit.
But
it does get a little pricey.
it does. It definitely is pricey. But you can try to find like there's places that accept insurance. So if you have health insurance, you can go like you can literally look online, call places, and find what accepts your health insurance, and then that can help. So it's not as much because it is expensive.
It's also convenient nowadays too, because like I do mine online, so I just do it through an app.
And like the BetterHelp.
Yeah, I use BetterHelp. Yeah,
I've seen so many ads for that.
BetterHelp's fine.
Yeah.
They're feeding
That's
me
great.
that.
Shout out to today's sponsor.
BetterHelp. 20% off for TV code. That's
Use
the
discount
promo.
code.
That's the
14.
promo.
Yes,
That's the promo.
First session is free. No, but yeah, I really do get behind therapy as like something that's super, super helpful for you.
Yeah.
That was my word of wisdom for the day, man.
Yeah.
Emotions
That's
aren't
crazy.
good or bad, but they're valid. That's a quote from Scooter Lamps.
Shout out Scott Lampron.
All right, so today I got the top four today. So today's top four is going to be give us your top four things that you think people should invest in. So that could mean investing time into, could mean investing money into, it could be investing advice into, investing whatever it is. But think of it as like a generalistic picture. It's not anything specific. It could be something funny, it could be something serious, it could be something big, something large, something small. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
All right, first.
I'll go first. So originally when you said the question, my mind jumps to investing time because I think time is more valuable than money.
I agree.
In my personal opinion.
I agree.
So obviously investing time, investing it into yourself, but I'll be more specific. For
Specific,
me, it's lifting. But in general, I just say like investing time in doing some sort of exercise, whatever fits you,
That's what I was gonna say.
that you enjoy. That you can like go and do, and it's not like, oh my God. Like, given there'll be days where you go and you don't want to do it. You have to do it because those are the most important days. Because if you don't do it on those days, then you're going to start to stop doing it. But like, find something like a pickleball, running if you're really weird, rowing a boat, going for a walk with your family or your dog or whatever. Like investing time into exercise because it's been shown to improve the way you feel about yourself and the way you feel in your health, obviously. And then another thing, which I haven't started investing in as much until recently. So this kind of goes hand in hand, but I'll put it at number 2. Or not number 2 because I'm not ranking them yet. But like I'll put it as something else, is recovery. Like ice baths, saunas, hot tubs, stretching. Like I think you need to invest time into that because like we're getting older now. Like we're only 24, you're 23. So we're still pretty young in the eyes of a lot of people that are older than us, but like we're already noticing like your body doesn't recover, you're more sore, like you can't just go play a game of basketball with your friends for 2 hours and like not stretch, or else you're going to be really sore for the next day or couple days. And so that for me is something that I've been trying to invest more time into, and it helps me feel better so I'm not walking around stiff as a board or like sore as shit. And then I'll get more into money. So as a dentist, this is more of my dental side coming out, I would say to invest in an electric toothbrush.
This motherfucker. This motherfucker, bro.
I took your shit right from you.
Yo. You're
What do you
such
mean?
a fucking...
So invest
Continue.
in a electric toothbrush because the way it works is it oscillates really quickly.
It oscillates.
It oscillates is what the Oral-B does. Sonication is what Philips Sonicare does. The amount of brush strokes you get, so like if you use a manual toothbrush, you're brushing like this where the oscillation becomes the brushing. In one time brushing your teeth, you get as many brush strokes. I am getting to the fucking point.
You said how many brush strokes I get on the right side of my mouth versus the
No, I didn't
oscillation
say
twist.
that. This guy's
Scott's
trolling.
tight. He took the fucking
He's tight right now. He's tight. So the amount of brush strokes you get from one time brushing your teeth with an electric toothbrush for 2 minutes is as many brush strokes as you get from brushing your teeth for a month. I'm serious. It's like it's so much more effective.
That's why I was going to say
and it's
electric
gonna
toothbrush.
save you. It's gonna save you way more money down the line because you're gonna have a lot better oral hygiene.
All right, get to your
because
fourth
you're-
option. Get to your fourth fucking pick.
Okay, fuck this guy. And then my fourth one, something I'm trying to think of things that I either invest
You should
time or
invest
money
into a
into.
razor. With those little lamb chops you got going.
Hey, at least I don't have pubes coming out of my chin like you.
Do you not have pubes right now?
No, these are not like they don't get long
Do you
enough.
not get the same thing?
No,
we
yours
have the same thing
yours
right
comes out to like here. You're looking like Ethan Bisson.
Right now?
but,
Right now?
like,
Right now?
Not right now. But
Right now we
normally.
have the same facial
normally.
hair.
Shout out Ethan Bisson. Drink bleach.
Yeah, drink bleach. Fuck. I'm trying to think of something. I would say like I guess I'll be generic on this one and just say like stocks and like invest in like stocks, but like don't just go willy-nilly like research into whatever you want to do, or find an investor or an accountant for you to manage your money, to put them in stocks, and you get to decide whether you want to be low yield, high yield, or moderate yield, and like that comes with differing levels of risk. And then just put your money in stocks rather than just leaving it sitting in a bank, because you're going to make more money in the long term if you leave it in stocks.
That's subjective though.
But I'm saying if you go to like an accountant, like given if you put it right in right before like a big dip in the market, which is everyone's fear, you're going to lose money. But when you put money into your bank account, you get like a 1% interest rate if you're lucky. Like interest rates are dog water. Where if you left that same money in the S&P 500, best, most trusted stock in the United States, that goes up on average at least 10% every year. So you get 10 times the amount of money by just leaving it somewhere else. So that's what I would say. And so if I'm going to rank these, I would say that I'm gonna say the electric toothbrush goes at 4. Even it hurts me saying this as a dentist, but 3 would be into the stocks, and then 2 is recovery. 1 is exercise, because without exercise, the recovery is not very important because you're not recovering from anything. So that's what that's going to be my top 4. And that electric toothbrush was a completely original idea.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear anything. That completely came out of my dome piece.
Motherfucker plagiarized inside his source. He's fucking writing it down. Y'all ain't gonna see this, so
You'll see this. It'll just be muted. He just said that I'm a really genuine person and that I was right.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that's something Scott would say.
Yeah.
Harry, what about you?
All right, top 4. I agree with you with exercise. If you don't move it, you're gonna lose it. You know, you want to
Absolutely.
do that. You want to do that as much as you can.
Damn, that's why you got to beat your meat. You don't move it, you're gonna lose it.
Move it, you're gonna lose it. You gotta exercise. It literally releases like happy chemicals into your body, serotonin, when you do it. So you're gonna feel a lot happier. Your mood's gonna be a lot better. And you just want to you might as well well, for us, we're young. You might as well use it when you're young. You want to maximize your full potential. I don't know. That's how I think of it. Some people are we're blessed to have 2 legs, 2 feet, 2 hands, 2 arms. Some people don't even have that. So if you have it, you might as well just use it. Exercise. Second one, something social. You want to invest time into talking to other people.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to isolate yourself. Take my own advice. You don't want to isolate yourself because we're social creatures. We grew up in tribes. Yep. That's how we were built, and that's how we survive. You know, you have to have a support system behind you and just people around you that you can talk to and bounce ideas off of. And something social, gathering together. I wrote it down. What was the next one? Future investments for money, like what you said with stocks. You want to put money into stocks. You don't want to have it sitting in the bank. You want to increase without doing anything, passive income. But yeah, you want to set yourself up for a better future.
Yeah.
Putting money into stocks. And mine's different for the last one. Sleep. I got 5 hours of sleep last night. And I don't know. You guys are going to see. I was fucking yawning for these last couple of things. But if you don't get enough sleep, bro, you literally cannot function. My dad used to preach this to me all the time, and I used to get pissed off. He used to make me take naps and shit like that when I was a kid, and I was just mad energetic as a kid, so I would be pissed when I had to sleep. Always tell me to get good quality sleep. Every time you see the bags underneath my eyes, he would get pissed at me. And I used to think it was all bullshit, but literally, sleep is so important. So important. And I need to follow my advice with that, too. I got 5 hours of sleep last night. Literally, the other day, I slept at 6 in the morning. But
yeah, no, I agree. Yeah. Sleep's massive.
Sleep is massive. It's like a what do you call that? It's just it improves every aspect of your life. Everything. If you get good sleep, good quality sleep.
Yeah.
I could tell this morning when I woke up, I was like, fuck, bad. So because I slept at 5 in the morning today, actually, and I woke up at 11, and it's just you just feel like shit. Your emotions are down. Literally the thoughts that I have when I have 8 hours of sleep compared to 5 hours of sleep, waking up at or sleeping at 5 a.m. is completely different.
Mm-hmm.
Completely different.
Yeah.
But sleep, that's one of the most important things. And if I were to rank them, it would probably be sleep, exercise.
So this is 4 to 1 or 1 to 4?
Sleep number 1.
Okay.
Sleep, exercise, social, and then investments, money.
And that's why you stole Scott's mattress on the last episode.
Yeah. I need my sleep.
He needs his sleep.
I need my sleep.
You took my fucking mattress.
Took your sleep.
On the thumbnail, you saw it.
Exercise is a huge part of my life, so obviously I would put exercise in there. 2, this is more of a personal thing, but I also think other people should invest money into traveling. I think while you're young, I think people have it backwards. They want to save all your money for retirement, which is great. And they want to travel when they aren't as physically able. So I think you should take the time and the money that you have now and put it towards a little bit of traveling. I mean, there's so much to see in this world. so many other beautiful countries, cultures, and different things that that you might not ever get to see. So I think just taking the time and opportunities to travel is huge, bro. Because I know whenever I travel, bro, it's like the best time that I have. So that's 2 of the 4. 3, I would say taking time and investing it into the people you care about, whether that's sending, staying connected with friends that you haven't talked to in a while, just saying, hey, bro, I hope you, because like, bro, the simplest of things could go like so far. Like maybe I have a friend that I haven't talked to in a couple of years and I hit him up out of nowhere and I'm like, hey, bro, I'm just checking in. I hope you're good. That might make his week or her week, or a family member that I haven't talked to, maybe like a grandmother or a grandparent or something. Hey, hope all is well. I love you. That might make their day. Things like that, just staying connected with the people you care about. And I think a lot of people, not to get sappy, but we talked about a little bit before the pod, like life is so short and nothing's guaranteed. So it's like, you don't want to live with any type of regret, because in my opinion, regret's like the worst thing you could ever live with. So I think just doing my part and your part, I think people should invest more into people around them that they care about, friends and family. And then 4, if this dude wasn't such a bum, it was supposed to be a fucking electric toothbrush. Fucking dude, I almost just made something you were supposed to edit out again, but I'll hold myself. Jesus Christ,
electric toothbrush.
Fucking A, man.
Shout out to electric toothbrushes.
Yeah, I got one recently. I saw on TikTok that you're supposed to have it. I didn't know why.
It's good.
It's good.
It just makes it a lot easier to take care of your teeth.
Really? I need to go back to the dentist. I was telling you the other day.
You got my business card.
Yeah, I know I do. It's in my wallet. I got it still.
Realistically, if I was making this list, I'm just being a dumbass. I'll take out electric toothbrush for sleep. Sleep's a good one.
Sleep's very good.
I get 8 hours.
I would take out the electric toothbrush for sleep too, because sleep's something I invest in. Like I didn't buy this nor gave this to me, but like I've really been trying to maximize my deep sleep, like taking a hot shower before bed.
That's recovery too.
Yeah,
sleep is recovery too.
That's so when you recover the most.
Yeah. Your brain, your body,
everything.
Deep sleep is when you have the highest recovery for your body.
Your body's a temple, so we got to treat it like it.
Yep.
Your brain literally builds up cortisol, the stress hormone, throughout the whole day. And if you don't get, like, when you sleep, it flushes it out. And if you don't get the adequate sleep and the good quality sleep, then you're just going to take on all that stress that you had yesterday to the next day.
Yep.
That's what I'm probably doing right now. Fucking crazy. I need to take a nap after this.
Yeah. So if I was to rank them, I'd say sleep at 1, exercise at 2, staying connected with friends and family at 3, and traveling at 4.
I like it.
All right, I respect it. Good list.
Good list.
All right, fellas. Good episode.
Yeah, this was good. Thank you guys so much. If you've made it this far, we thank you guys so much for watching. We are on the road to 500 subscribers. I think we're at like 325 currently or something. So shout out to all you that are subscribed. And if you're not, hit that subscribe button. Share this with friends. Anybody you know. Share this with a homeless person you meet on the side of the street.
Sorry.
We're trying to get us to 500, and we hope you guys enjoy.
As always, we love and appreciate every single one of you. A new video will drop every other Monday at 3 p.m. So make sure to stay on the lookout. As always, throw them fours at, baby.
For TV. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.